friends want to be friends when you're doing the most. One of the most difficult things is people being themselves, thinking that they're going to be judged, and you will be judged. And that was on my way to greatest. Dude, where were you? Lil Skies doesn't get enough credit. And I lost my grip on the world in bliss. And now they like me because I'm winning. For the overall rating for The Life of a Dark Rose, welcome to Rap Philosophy, your source of truth for rap music reviews and reactions. Today we're going to be doing something a little different. We've been doing G Herbo. Now today I'm going to be doing an artist I'm really fond of who rarely hear about him. We don't see him on Instagram, social, we don't see him nowhere. He's just a fire artist. And to me, he just stays so humble, it's insane to me. I'm going to be doing Lil Skies, his first studio debut album, Life of a Dark Rose. Lil Skies had dropped mixtapes, Good Grades, Bad Habits, but his first studio album dropped, Life of a Dark Rose. That was when I first was introduced to Lil Skies. Now, two things. First, it's not a first complete listen, but it's been a while since I've heard this album. When I first heard Lil Skies, I was at a place where I was losing some faith in hip hop and I wasn't enjoying everything. And then somehow around 2016, 2017, Skies came on the scene, and something about the songs and his vocals on here just really brought me back into hip hop. Really brought me back into like this new thing. I was like, wow, hip hop is going from so many different places. The versatility of hip hop is insane. It's drill, it's gangster, it's current, it's emo rap, it's lo-fi rap, it's melodic rap. There's so much to hip hop now, and I think we have to embrace every part of hip hop. It's not just one-sided. There's so many different kind of artists, and we can't just say, oh, that artist doesn't have bars, that person knows how to freestyle, he doesn't know how to freestyle. Every artist comes from a different background, has different topics and themes they want to talk about, and has a different way they want to present their worldview. We got to do, short snippets, so you might miss some of the best music, but I got to respect the music copyright. If you want to check out the full song, go check it out on Spotify. All right, without further ado, let's go. Life of a Dark Rose, 2017, track number 1, Welcome to the Rodeo.
Ain't no killer, but don't push me, fingers itching on that pole. Niggas long nights I sold drugs just to hit the studio.
The way this starts, man, mysterious, dark, you're like, what is this gonna be about? And right away, Lil Skies comes in, tells his story. All the stuff he's been through. He's not no simple guy. He acts like he's a simple guy, but he brings all of this like conflict and story in his songs.
Flexing now a nigga in his glow. Bust off like a Smith and Wesson. Welcome to the yo ass out on the flow. 19 with a bag, I got rid of. Rather do this shit alone. I wasn't asking for no help.
I love it when artists know how to start their album. It's such a fire track to start to. It's his journey to longevity, his journey from being, a young unknown artist in the studio, making it. Now all of a sudden he's eating sloppy joes. Now he's eating shrimp and steak.
I got tattoos on my face. I use that shit as motivation. I can never get a job, so for my dream I'm dedicated.
He said, I got tattoos on my face. I use that for motivation. I can never get a job. I've heard him say that before in an interview where he got tats on his face just so he can dedicate himself. Because if you tat up your face, people feel like it's so hard to just get acclimated to society and get like these regular old jobs. I mean, I think nowadays that eventually will change. Like going all in or nothing, like just saying I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do whatever I can because I have no other way out. Sometimes that can be too stressful on someone. I think sometimes we do need outlets, we do need other things, but there's other people who just getting to throw themselves completely into something and say, I can't make it out unless I achieve this thing.
All these rappers want the clout and the life of being famous. I just wanna be stable, tell my family we made it.
All these rappers want clout and just be famous. I just wanna be stable and tell my family that I made it. Some people just want the clout and the famous, which I don't know if there's necessarily anything wrong with that by itself. Like if that's what someone wants, it's good for them to know that's what they want. But Lil Skies is saying, I just want to have I want this music just to like give me a life, just like a regular old, I want to sustain have a living out of my music. Let's go to the next track number 2, The Clique.
I'ma ride or die for the clutch. I was in the game, you were sitting on the bench.
I remember this song when this song dropped. It was one of my favorites of Lil Skies.
Chillin' with my woes like we came up from the 6.
Chillin' from my woes like we came up from the 6. Shout out to Drake.
Just make her sing like a birdie. She take flights for the dick and I don't miss. Hey, Molly Robbie made a hit. Now they see I'ma keep being myself. I'ma ride for the clique.
These bitches make believe. I'ma ride or die for the clique. Grind my brothers till we make it out the sticks. All right, let's go to track number 3, Red Roses, featuring Landon Cube.
World that you need. We get hotter past time, but say she got that super soaker. Welcome, just let me see. These niggas ain't scaring me. I was destined. Friends wanna be friends when you doing the most. How you tell me you my bro, then you went out and told.
friends want to be friends when you're doing the most. You know, G Herbo said that in one of his albums. How you tell me you're my brother, then you went out and told? How you gonna say that you're down for me, but you went out and snitched on me?
Niggas say they down the ride, but be folded like clothes. Don't care about no friends because they all were just fake.
Yo, this album, Life of a Dark Rose, is such a great album. The music, like we're on track number 3, and this is classic hip-hop.
I was broken down bad when you said you would help. I'm up, they love to hate me, that's just bad for your health.
When you said that you would help me, that's when I needed it. But that's not when you did it. You wanted to help when I was up. People diss each other, mad at each other. But then when someone's up, all of a sudden people want to be friends. The friend is when they're friends with you when you're down. All right, let's go to track number 3, Lust.
Aggression, slide on your block like Danny Glover with a lethal weapon.
The way he starts this, get in my way and try to block me, I'm gonna show aggression. Slide on your block like Danny Glover with a lethal weapon. What's crazy is that lethal weapon seems to be classic used in hip hop. I think even Drake used it back to back, like on Lethal Weapon or something like that. And his diss song to Meek Mill is that the cover of Lethal Weapon has Danny Glover and I think Mel Gibson back to back holding guns. Steady usage in hip hop, this cover. You know, he says, I F your thought, she gave me top, I guess it's my confession. Guys are funny the way they throw stuff in each other's face. That's like the ultimate diss to a guy. If your girl gives all that, the sex and the other stuff, that hurts any guy. Oh, this rhyme scheme here. I can't feel my face smoking on Gorilla Glue. Bulletproof, zooming in the coupe. That's what I like to do. Yellow diamonds like I'm Pikachu. I love when people do that. I love it.
Chase the bands, yeah. She wanna fuck with friends, yeah. I got them in the trance, yeah.
The yeah, I feel like, I don't know who invented the yeah in like rap music. To me, correct me if I'm wrong, it seems to me like X-Tentacion is really the one who brought the yeah and made it really, really popular. Lil Uzi as well. Probably Lil Uzi, man. I don't know. It goes back, man. Listen, I just don't remember. It's used frequently. And I think in quote-unquote mumble rap, you know, whatever people want to call it, Lil Skies doesn't just say yeah constantly. He's using it in the right place. And I think it's important. I mean, unless it's drill music, you got to throw in the yeah. Lil Skies knows how to write hooks. This hook says everything. It's a lot of lust, not a lot of love. It speaks volumes about so much. It's a lot of superficial, not a lot of real. It's a lot of fake, not enough of what is important. I've always been a huge fan of rappers switching up the voice in different verses in the same song. And Lil Skies in this second verse just totally switches. It just sounds so different. Bro, let's go to track number 5. There's too many hits on this album, Cloudy Skies. Never lie to me, duck from the flashing lights. Watch out when the tide comes. Lil Skies has a tendency to paint pictures as if he's just messing around and not really paying attention, but he throws in some deep bars in the middle of it all.
It's hard to be yourself when all these people judging. I just want a girl who gon' really show me something. Give you the time of your life if you would stop fronting.
This chorus, man. Girl, would you ride for me? Pull up on the side for me? Duck from the flashing lights and watch when the tide comes. He says, I know it's hard to be yourself when all these people judge you. One of the most difficult things is people being themselves, thinking that they're gonna be judged, and you will be judged. Naturally, human beings always worry about being judged, right? Like, because that's how we get along with people. We wanna mix, we wanna be liked, we wanna be part of a group. But then sometimes you worry too much to the point that you can't be yourself, and you can't be unique, you can't give. Worrying too much to the point where you can't give what you need to give to the world, right? Like, then that's a problem. I just want a girl who's gonna really show me something, give you the time of your life. If you stop fronting, if you stop being fake, this could be real.
Hey, she roll my weed, so she gonna be hard to replace. We take a rock star lifestyle, might just start a night. Being sober, girl, come over and enjoy the high. So
they said loose ends break friends. I ain't trying to fight. That's a deep line, man. Like, this is some good poetry by Lil Skies. He said, you ever be with someone or have a friend and there's a loose end? There's something you want to talk to that person about, but you never addressed it. There's something with the girl that you want to talk about, but you never addressed it. They say loose ends break friends. So I'm not trying to fight. Let's get it right.
and when I'm feeling down, will you come stay tonight? We'll play it nice. The world's so full of lies. Wanna be somebody, so put aside pride. So open up your eyes, talking from outside.
You want to be somebody, so put aside your pride, open up your eyes, they talking from the outside. You want to do you, put aside the pride and just go for it. Let's go to Signs of Jealousy, track number 6.
I sit the lean in the car, my shooter rock out like guitars. Take landed on Mars, they be hating cause we live in large.
This song just has a nice, mystical, calm vibe.
I had to be, cause you turn to a memory.
Lil Skies is the king of writing hooks. Why you hating on me? It's so easy to see. Showing signs of jealousy. And I know it's not meant to be because you turned to a memory. And you said you was down to ride, but now you're my enemy. He seems to talk a lot about, women and his plight to women and how friends are phony and girls are phony to him and how he wants realness in his life. Signs of jealousy. Why you hating on me? It's so easy to see. Signs of jealousy. People hating on you, trying to talk about you. Let's go to track number 7, Big Money.
Cause I remember I was broken, I ain't have enough, now I'm fly. She like to back it up.
Big Money, I'ma run it up. Cause I remember I was broke and I ain't have enough. Now I'm fly, she like to back it up. This song, I always feel like Lil Skies was a big part of the emo melodic rap scene that a lot of people kind of like swept under the rug. Like, he wasn't so emo and he wasn't super melodic, but he was like just the start of like that movement. And I think people don't give him credit for that.
She like to back it up, no surprise. I walk in the bank, look like a walking leg. All these bitches.
I walk in the bank, look like a walking lick. I always find that funny how that word is used, right? Like a lick is if you rob someone. It's such an interesting way to describe yourself as being rich by saying you look like a lick. Like you look like you're someone who should get robbed. It's just like.
No mess, no, we don't do no dance. We don't care for sex. No, I can't pay your rent.
He said, dude, we gonna hit, no miss. No, we don't do no diss. But yeah, we don't care for sense. No, I can't pay your rent. Like the rhyme scheme here is, I just love it.
And now they like me cause I'm winning, gotta keep my distance. When I was broke, I had no name, they always kept forgetting.
And now they like me cause I'm winning. Gotta keep my distance though now, cause when I was broke, I had no name. They always kept forgetting. This whole album is like, y'all never was with me when before, but now I'm winning, y'all wanna be with me, so now I gotta stay away from it.
Looking cash a check, gotta see a nigga next. Mad I got him so upset.
Track number 8, Tell My Haters.
Tell my haters that I'm sorry. Yeah, I want it all. Tell me who is gonna fall. He say he down to rob and switch up, that is not your bro. She say she fuck with you, but talking about you wanna low. Acting fake, but just get out my face.
Tell My Haters, just an ode to talking to all the people that hate on you. Is like, this is what I'm about. Like, hey, I just want to ball. Tell my haters I'm sorry. I just wanted everything that you guys want to stop me from doing. I just want to achieve that. But let's just stop the hate. Let's cut it out. I'm still going to be the flyest dude in the party. Even with his Tell My Haters, he's always throwing in like what's going on with girls, what's going on with dudes. Like, even though I'm trying to fly and do my thing, I got to watch out for all this hate going on the sidelines. All right, let's go to Boss Up, track number 9.
Why you still being stiff?
Little dude, speak your mind. Why are you still being stiff? If you gotta speak up. Being stiff is one of the things that really keep people from growing and like just finding themselves, because it just keeps you not really being your authentic self.
I'm only in my prime. They try to take my shit, fuck the for the thrill. Girl, I won't pay your bills.
He said I did her for the thrill. I'm not paying your bills. So that's one thing a lot of girls don't realize, that sometimes they throw themselves at guys and these rappers and big stars. Sometimes guys will they just want to get in the draws. They just want to do it for the thrill. Doesn't mean that they love you. Doesn't mean that you're going to get something more emotional from the guy. So I think as girls, they have to be careful throwing themselves, because guys can just take advantage of that.
Not these other dudes, don't hang with April Fools.
I like this line. He says, I'm not these other dudes. Don't hang with April Fools. But don't think you're going to come at me, throw yourself at me. I might use you, but that doesn't mean I'm falling for this game, this trick that you're going to throw the coochie at me. I'm just going to like throw you everything. I'm going to be smarter than that.
Everybody, so tell them play it cool. Yeah, these designers, he got a gun. You run up, he gon' shoot. My brother, that's my truth. Yes, we getting loose. You live a fantasy.
Man, Lil Skies is so underrated, man. Classic rap, man. Just something that I can't see a lot of artists do today.
On the roof, and I was on my way to greatness, nigga, where were you?
And I was on my way to greatest, dude. Where were you? When I was trying to do this thing, what were you doing while I was trying to do this? You probably steady dissing me the whole time. All right, let's go to track number 10, Garden. Something about Lil Skies' production, his beats, his hooks just keep you in this chill, melodic, cool, calm state.
She in love with me, and I'm rolling off an Addy pill, think it's controlling me. Thought that I was up, now just wait till next year. I got people sending threats, I can never show no fear.
Thought I was up now, wait till you see where I am next year. Keep going, like don't just think about the now, think about what's up and coming. Just remember, you got next year, the year after that, the year after that. Like whatever's going on now, like if you keep it up, like you still have the years to come, and you always, that's what you have to look at. Like those years to come. Like not just the now. I can't take no L's, I'm destined for greatness. All right, let's go. Track number 11, Lettuce Sandwich.
Wrist, dancing. Sing your shit Titanic.
Rappers have a tendency to throw this metaphorical word at the end of a bar. Risk dancing, sink your ship, Titanic. Like Titanic being the metaphor of the thing that's gonna sink your ship. You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. And I think it works sometimes. He said, I'm gonna do the damage. Just know I'm taking credit. I said it, then I meant it, cause I'm so relentless. He's going in on this song. He's going in on his haters.
It's lit. Milk the game like a tent. Put my bitch in red. Now she dead.
Yo, this lettuce sandwich song, this is where the bars come out. This says I don't mess with them, they don't mess with me. It gets to their heads, but not mine. I'm my own man, I don't need no hands.
Pull up in black Mercedes. Thank God my mama made me. Boy, use a mama's baby.
He said, thank God my mama made me. Boy, use a mama's baby. That's funny how he's still thinking his mom and like referencing kind of being a mama's boy, but at the same time, I'm not a mama's boy though. Just thank God my mom made me how I am, but you use a mama's baby. Like, feel like I'm listening to someone who wrote like some like deep thoughts, you know, just flowing off the top about in his notebook. It's like a mix between superficial and deep at the same time. Like I said, he knows how to tell, you know, deep stories within superficial, you know, kind of like context. Track number 12, Strictly Business.
I wanna make it with the people that was there from the start. I don't need no new people, they gon' tear me apart.
I don't need no new people. I want to make it with the people who are with me from the start. Sounds like Drake, no new friend. It's hard because people really desire connection. I feel like us as humans, you know, like we struggle with making new connections. Friendship takes a long time to build, and I think that's what makes it hard to build trust, to be in different situations, to know if the person's gonna ride for you. And I think that's what makes having new friends so hard, but I don't think it's something people need to give up on.
Young nigga made a way, now they hate that we win. Try to stop me, I ain't cocky, you ain't boxing me in.
Try to stop me, I ain't cocky. You're not boxing me, and I'm not trying to be cocky, but don't put me in a box. Stay focused, I never fold. This is part of my plan.
And when I'm feeling down, will you still be around? Or will you shut me down? Grab the gun and load around.
And when I'm feeling down, will you still be around, or will you shut me down? Grab the gun and load around. Are you gonna be there for me, or are you gonna be with everybody else trying to take me down? It reminds me of the show Power, man, you know, and how the relationship between Tommy and Ghost, when you know someone's gonna ride for you forever, it's hard to just give that person up. Someone has always entrusted you. Even if they do wrong, you feel bad for them, but it's so hard for that psychologically to give that person up. All right, let's go to track number 13, Kill.
I live a dark life, I don't let people in. They say I smoke too much, but that's why
He says, I live a dark life, I don't let people in. That's something I think a lot of people can relate to. It's because a lot of people don't let people in. They're in fear that if people were to know who they really are or know what they really like or want to do, that they would judge them and not understand them. But the reality is that I think a lot of people will understand. I think some of the mistakes that people make is that they don't let people in. I think if people let more people in, they will be surprised at how much more embracing other people will be of them.
I'm a young boss, didn't have anything. I'm trying to own a house, you trying to own a chain.
Just like G-Herbo said, I'm trying to own a house, you're trying to own a chain. I'm trying to build something, you just trying to buy something just to look cool. I'm trying to...
Gang, I used to dream about it, made it reality. Hey, you are not my friend, cause back then you was...
He says, I used to dream about it, I made it a reality. It must feel so good when you dream and envision something that becomes real. And I think that's something a lot of us, we neglect to do, is to sit and envision and imagine things that we want. That doesn't mean that's gonna make it happen. I think that's the mistake of like law of attraction, that kind of stuff. Is like, you think if that's all you do, that's not all you need to do. You need to do much more, you need to take action towards it. But sitting and imagining does help, you know, play stuff out. And it creates these memories and these visions in you that you could look back and see that they came true, you know? So, or just even visualizing how something could play out. That's really important.
All of these bitches fucking, all of these niggas lame. I can't fuck with them too. I'm in a different lane.
I like this verse right. He says, I'm always on the go. I gotta let you know that I'm a lonely dude. I don't need a hoe. I don't need my dough. I'm talking bankroll. All these girls just having sex, all these guys just, they're corny, they're on some other stuff. I'm in my own lane. He has a whole different vision. I live a dark life, I don't let people in. So when he says that, he means everybody of what they're doing, that's not what I want. So I don't know how to communicate what I want to all these people around me, because that's not what I'm looking for. Let's go to the last track, 14, called Nowadays, featuring Landon Cube. This obviously was a big hit. This was kind of like a single breakout hit off of the album. You know, I don't fully know what happened to his relationship with Landon Cube. I don't know what Landon Cube's doing right now, but the chemistry between Landon Cube's vocals and Lil Skies is amazing, and it's definitely part of what put Lil Skies originally on. The sound, this fusion between Landon Cube's voice and Lil Skies was amazing. Nowadays, I'm too cool for a girlfriend. Nowadays, I don't know when the world spins. Live your life like we die when the world ends. So it's all right every time we break a sin. This is a deep hook. Live your life as if you're gonna die, so that it's all right if we mess up, because if you live like towards the end, how you live right now is gonna match and all be the same. It's kind of like a weird, twisted, ironic way, but it's kind of like, keep it consistent. Live how you see the right way to be. And if you happen to mess up, then you're messing up naturally. So it's not a sin in a way. So
Lil Skies going dumb, hopped in the car, he said he down to ride. It's so damn strange what these people be saying. I can never even listen to it.
this line, and I lost my grip on the world in bliss. How I think he's saying is like, I no longer see the world perfectly the way everybody sees it. I see the fake. And so because of that, I'm just gonna be me. I'm just gonna do me. Something about Landon Cube's verse here is so good, man. It's so melodic, and the whatever effect they have on his voice works really, really good.
Everybody calling, I need a manager cause I can't really fuck with nobody.
This song nowadays is much more deeper than I originally thought. When I sit back and really listen to the lyrics, it obviously has a great melody, but it's just all about nowadays, this is what I notice about the world. And you know what? I need to be protected from this world a little bit because there's a lot of fake and phony stuff. So let me just be me. Now that we listened to this whole album thoroughly, lyrics, beats, let me preface this by saying Lil Skies doesn't get enough credit, and he's so underrated for his contribution to the come up of melodic and emo rap. I don't think he's necessarily a emo rapper, but like he is definitely a big part of the come up of like the Juice WRLD melody, the XXX melody sound, the Lil Peep. You know, this melody emo rap that's kind of been on the rise. He doesn't get credit for like really being the star of that. What's cool about his stuff is not super dark and emo, but it has a touch of it. I think Life of a Dark Rose 2017, this album is gonna go down in history as one of the classic current modern albums of hip hop. People look back, right? And you could look in hip hop, there's top albums, right? But I think a lot of times when people list top 50 albums, they go way back, right? Like in these stuff, you're not gonna compare, you know, like a Tupac, you know, or like a Biggie, you know, Jay-Z to something today, right? It's a whole different generation, decade. But of the current hip hop, Life of a Dark Rose is a classic hip hop album. I think Lil Skies is underrated and underestimated, particularly because his bars are not like gonna be those boom bappy bars. He has this very mellow, simple rhyme scheme, but to me, it always sounds like he's pouring his heart out. I think what makes a rapper good is when they can tap into what is real about them. Lil Skies has a ton of themes in his album about jealousy, about being the underdog, about flossing, wanting it all, wanting to achieve great things, about seeing your friends hate on you, not be down with you, and then want to change up when you win and want to become your friend. Girls just want to be with you, not really being down for you, phony, fake people. That's his world. That's the theme he's talking about. And it's placed on top of these very melodic, smooth, mystical, what sometimes I feel like it's these Japanese, there's this very melodic, vibey beat that his voice goes on top of that makes it super, super unique. I think it's hard to categorize Lil Skies' music because this came off as just the new melodic start of emo, but more melodic rap. And maybe, I don't know if you want to call it lo-fi, there's a touch of lo-fi with the beats in the background. So the production quality of this album is great. I just love everything about this album. I hope Lil Skies never changes and stays on his path, because whatever he's doing, I think to his fans, we like this. Like, we like this about Skies, and we don't want that to change. So for the beats or production, I have to say, this album is at a 9. The vocals, rhyme scheme, you know, throughout this, it's a 9. A 9 to a 9.5. It's honest, it's raw, it's real, and it's relatable. The melody and the hooks, 10. When I went back hearing this album, I was blown away by how much I didn't pay attention to how good he is at doing hooks. For the overall rating for the Life of a Dark Rose studio debut album by Lil Skies, dropped in 2017, a 9.3. People can debate me on this. Life of a Dark Rose is a classic hip hop album that's gonna go down in hip hop as being one of the best albums. How I see an album, it doesn't mean that you like it or I like it or that it's uniqueness to hip hop. And of course, it's gotta be well liked across the board. All right, guys, this has been Rap Philosophy, your source of truth for rap music reviews and reactions. Tell me what you wanna hear next. Peace.